Good afternoon, people. How are you doing? How you doing? Mick Ruby here in the house, cooking it up. It's Sunday roast. Whatever you're eating, whatever you're drinking, raise a toast, raise a toast. Manchester United's future is endlessly in Erik ten Hag's hands, and we are here to rock it up. Of course, we missed him. We missed our Jarvis Cocker, but he was on the road. He was on the road trip yesterday, but he's ready to come in and to do some rock and roll. Should we let him in? You let me know. I don't know. You tell me.
Hello! Rock and roll. How are y'all doing, guys? Good to be back from South Carolina.
You are in South Carolina. It's Sunday roast, people. Give it up for our own Hugh Hefner. You know what we're talking about, Jarvis Cocker. We saw Jarvis, what happened over the weekend with the bloopers. We say lightning never strikes twice, but in your case, it happened, sir. You were sitting in the laundry room doing sports washing, money laundering, and all of a sudden, a half-naked man walks in, with the tits up, and then your sister-in-law walks in, also tits up, and oh my god, that was so funny. But welcome back, sir. How you been?
Are we still talking about that?
Oh no, we should not. Oh really? We don't let it slide.
No, okay, I can live with it.
Listen, raise your glass, please. Don't hurt yourself on the way. You know what to do. There's a lot of buttons down there. Join, like, subscribe, don't forget, because this is the Sunday roast, the traditional Sunday roast. But before we do that, we're going to take a small little 10 seconds break. It's Mick Ruby here and Jarvis Cocker back in the house, VR room. Get ready for a cracking show because we are back. Cheers.
I need you to promise me that you'll be on your best behavior. I promise.
How are you doing?
Oh my god!
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Of course, no disrespect for the, who that was at the very end, but you gotta have a little bit banter and humor, don't you, Jarvis?
Yes, we gotta do how we need some humor in their life. People are too serious. Let's just have some fun sometimes.
Absolutely. This is what the Sunday roast is all about. It's all about Sunday roast, relax, review what happened over the week, but also look forward as well, because according to my opinion, Ten Hag is cooking a 5-course meal. I mean, we have the headlines. Kobbie Mainoo cooked rice.
Yeah.
Is he ready to shine for Ten Hag's Manchester United future? Jarvis, take it away. Did Kobbie Mainoo he fried rice yesterday? Rice was on the field. I didn't even see Rice. I didn't even notice him. Unless even the pundits were saying, "Oh, what happened here?"
Oh, too much light I had to close the curtain. Sorry.
Bright light. Yeah. I didn't even notice Rice. I mean, basically, Kobbie Mainoo, the first 45 minutes, he cooked him. He basically bossed him.
I gotta be honest. I didn't see the whole game. I just saw the highlights and I saw a little bit and I read the reviews. So I understand that Kobbie Mainoo had a great game, and he's one of the youngsters, and he was like bossing Declan Rice around. So you tell me what happened. Give me a little recap.
So what were you up to if you didn't watch the game?
Well, I was driving, actually. We drove 100 miles yesterday. 100 miles. That's no.
On the road again. I'm on the road again. So you did that.
Imagine sitting in the car with kids for 12, 13 hours.
Oh, the classic, Jarvis. Dad, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Every 5 minutes. Are we there yet? And you're just like, almost there, kids. Wife, give them some more chocolate. Give me some more ice cream. Shut up. I'm driving, eh? No, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Oh, look, kids, a kangaroo. Dad, there's no kangaroos in USA. Oh. Anyway, big up. So yeah, no, I tell you what happened before we go on. We got to give our honorable, you know what I'm talking about, the VER room, guys. You're the most important
stars of the show.
A part of the show, 100%. You're part of the show. So
the stars of the show.
You can start. Definitely, you can start. Who's in the house? Who's in the VR room? Who should we shout out? Who should we let out?
Well, I see Jamie Wayne, and I see Carlos, and RJ, and
RJ.
James Hunter, the
Oh,
Hunter
yeah.
from. He
The
says
Hunter.
Manchester is looking amazing now under Ten Hag, and a great show, Mick.
And don't forget to add on Jarvis as well. Thank you, Jimmy Hunter. Thank you so much. Hunters and collectors, that's what we are right now, because we need to collect 2 more players. Ten Hag needs to collect 2 more players to assemble a perfect squad. So far, according to my opinion, James Hunter, it's been a very good transfer market. Onana, of course, Onana didn't play yesterday, but he was there chanting in, of course. I mean, how good is Mason Mount in that system role? He played basically Eriksen's role, right? And we saw Eriksen in the second half coming in and huffing and puffing. I think that Eriksen this season is going to sit a lot of his time on the bench, coming in as a, number 2 to Declan Rice. What do you reckon, Jarvis?
Eriksen will be number 2 for Mason Mount, yes, without a doubt. But Eriksen, he's a seasonal pro. He's been playing all around. He's been playing in Spurs. He's been playing in Inter. He's been an international for Denmark all his life, so he knows how to play football. He's not a BTEC player. So,
no, he's not a BTEC.
So the competition is real. Like Mason Mount, even though he's come in as a big signing, it's up to Eriksen to prove and try to fight for his place, and that's how we like it. No one should have a free pass to the first 11.
Everybody, no, you should not pass. Not, you know what? I got a rant to say, but Jonathan Liljenberg from Sweden is in the house. I want to just give a shout out to everyone in the VR and made it. Hopefully, you had a very good dinner as well. Big up Jarvis and Mick. Big up to you, Jonathan, as well. Hope you're not raining away because it's pissing down where I was. But okay, Alien Tenno, Peter. Hello all. Rest in peace, Arsenal. 100%. Listen, I was laughing crocodile tears yesterday because I watched a post-match. First of all, 2 incidents. I want to mention these 2 incidents. Did you guys see the brawl? The Arsenal fans were fighting themselves over a hot dog or something. Don't touch my hot dog. What did you say? Stoosh. There was a big fight, right? And second of all, Papi came out like a post-match, called in from the show, and basically he said to me, and he called me to verify that, Arteta was not happy, so he sent them out after the game, after the penalty shootouts, to do another training session, to run and do another training session. My God. So big up to all. So rest in peace, Arsenal. And it's so ironical to say that he even said in the post-match interview, like, this is not good enough, Arteta style. He says, these guys, most of them played 50 games together. And it hasn't really been more than 4 or 5 weeks since they played the last game in the Premier League. So they can't surely be that rusty. You're getting Declan Rice for 105 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Declan Rice was nowhere to be seen. And to be fair, I mean, Kai Havertz, dog shite. I mean, you if it wasn't on that team sheet paper, you wouldn't even recognize he was playing. But the thing is, we played a game of 2 halves, and the first half was more of a progressive. We basically got out of the press. It wasn't the Arsenal of the past season. You can clearly see that he changed his system a little bit, like, playing Declan Rice as the deep playing center, deep playing, like, CDM. But they looked toothless, and we were kind of dominating. Like, I think it was in the first 10 minutes, we had 61% of ball possession, of about 54% in the first half. Boy, didn't have only like they had 1 shot, 2 shots on target, and that was, I think it was Gabriel Jesus. He pinged one, went whistled a little bit on the right hand corner. I think it was left hand corner. Nothing to what, but Heaton did a double save. I mean, that was amazing. First half, amazing. We kicked on. Jadon Sancho. I don't know if you saw the replays, but Jadon Sancho to me looked
I saw that.
So sharp, fast. The old Jadon Sancho that we used to see at Dortmund is back, right? He
Mm-hmm.
clearly worked on his fitness, and you have this different muscle fibers, which is fast twitch muscles and long twitch muscles. And the fast twitch muscles is the athletic ones. When you're practicing sprints, endurance, and stuff, you can see that he's been practicing. I mean, the way he took down the ball, it was a ping from Kobbie Mainoo, by the way. He took it down nicely and just kept running, cool and composed. The old Jadon Sancho of last season would have stopped at the 6-yard box, wait for people to come in, pass it. No, he was determined. Just what a shot, Jadon Sancho. What a shot, boy. Get in, son. I don't think he's going anywhere, to be honest, right? Okay, so Captain Bruno, we got to talk about Captain Bruno, and we got to talk about the Whopper. I mean, if we're talking about golden, modern goalkeepers, Jarvis,
Mm-hmm.
Ramsdale's considered to be one of those. He had a Whopper flopper, right? To be honest,
Yeah.
is there something called Ramsdale cheese, or is it just me imagining? You want some Ramsdale cheese? I mean,
Ramsdale cheese.
cheese. Yeah, I mean, cheese has holes in the middle, like, if you look at Swiss cheese. But yesterday, I mean, there was nothing he could do with the Bruno shot. That was precision. That was hard pinged shot. But he's been criticized for letting those, in the past in too well, too easy. But if Tom Heaton, who is our third goalkeeper, can have a clean sheet, and you will see Onana coming into the squad. Oh my days, we are cooking. Second half, according to my opinion, and let me just point this out: Arsenal put in the strongest team from minute one, and they kept going with the same team to the 60-65. They only did then a little bit of substitutions. We put in a BTEC team. Well, not really BTEC, but we put in Rashford. We put in Maguire, Lindelof as the centre-back pairing.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw that tippy-tappa, hot potato, Maguire, self-confidence. He's really looking lost in that system. But Lindelof, again, solid. Like he never finished the season. Solid. And you could tell in the penalty shootout, which later on, for a bonus, Lindelof's penalty, wow, straight down in the middle. Confidence. Now, who's confident? Ramsdale went to the left. The ball went right in the middle. And talk about a hole.
It's very interesting what you're saying now, Mick, because it looks like Lindelof is turned a corner.
Oh, yeah.
He's been pairing up with Maguire, and he's had it with De Gea behind him. No communication. I think it's not what he's used to. When he played in Benfica, he was excellent, and on the Swedish national team, he's excellent. And now he looks like himself. He has the confidence. He's good on the ball.
He's smiling. He's happy.
So I think he will be a vital player. We need at least 3 center backs and maybe 4 center backs to be a well-functioning team to compete on all fronts. I think that's extremely good news that Lindelof has turned a corner and is now becoming the player that we bought him for, because he was on a high price when he came, and he was kind of unknown. But we all saw the videos from Benfica and how he played. He was almost like a defensive midfielder in his way. He was good on the ball and his passing and all of that. But now we see it. I really like Lindelof, and I'm so glad that he's turned that corner.
I am. The only thing that scared me a bit was actually Ahmad, right? I have high hopes for Ahmad this season. It looks like he ain't going nowhere, but he had an ankle injury for some reason. So he was subbed out, and we saw Palestri coming in. But Palestri didn't make an impact. So I think out of those two, I think it will be Palestri going loan and Ahmad would stay. I don't know if I heard any reports or any injury reports, but I pray it's not a ligament, because ankles can be very damaging and so hard to heal. I don't know if he had a ankle injury in the past before, but it was so fun, and Papi was there at the game, and I sent him the link. He will probably come in to talk about 5 minutes about the game experience, because it was packed. It was really packed. They set a stadium record there, like I think it was 86,000.
Wow.
Anyway, the best attribute, Ericsson. Hang on, Glazes out. Let's see, Glazes out. Chants were amazing. Even in America, people were singing Glazes out. Carlos is back. He's back. He's saying mint game last night. Absolutely agree with you, Carlos. Smash the like, people. Smash the like. That's what we talked, RJ. Ahmad walked off the pitch. Good news. Is it good news? I'm not. Tell me if there is any updates, because I'm keen, right? Ellie and Tanner, will Rice be more of a flop than Maguire for the price? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's overrated price. I mean, I had a stream with Colleen. I don't know if you guys watched it, like on Friday, and I expressed my concerns, and I said to her,
Yeah, she's
Kai,
an Arsenal fan.
yeah, yeah, big time
Yeah.
Arsenal fans on the terrace. And I said to her, like, did you overpay? And she's like, it's not my money, but it's worth it. But then I said, like, argue regarding Kai Havertz, like that doesn't really make sense to me. And it's like, no, not to me either. So they need a proper number nine. So they spend about 260 million euros on 3 signings with nothing to show for. And this is what I don't believe that Arsenal are going to be there like yet. They're not there yet, right? And I don't believe the City is not there yet. I mean, I think that City has sold 4 of the best players: Kyle Walker, Gundogan. Who else have they sold off now?
Yeah.
Mahrez.
Yeah.
Mahrez is going as well. So that's too many
Cancelo.
players. Yeah, Cancelo. Too many players, and they haven't brought in anyone. And we've seen that RB Leipzig is taking the piss out of them, right? With the with Guardiola. So I don't think they're going to be there. I don't think City this season alone, and I've been saying that for numerous occasions, that City is fat and happy. Basically, they got to the 3P, they won the treble, they won the Champions League, goal achieved. Now they're going to relax. So now they're going to start rebuilding, and probably Guardiola is going next season as well. So I don't see them challenging, but City's City, right? They always start slow. So I don't know, like, Manchester United, I know it's too giddy to say it's the preseason, but you can clearly see what tenhag wants to build. And you can clearly see the future Manchester United and the kids that are playing that will be part of the squad. And Kobbie Mainoo, I mean, Bruno came out and talked and said he's a fantastic player. We know who he is. We demand more of him, but we're here to support him. I would say that, really, hand on my chest, I know we're looking for Amrabat, and that is an experienced player. But this kid looked like he's been playing there for 3 years in the same position, right? He's 18 years of age. Did you see, like, he's press resistant? Did you see he's pinging passes, going forward? He just oozes confidence. I don't know.
Yeah. For the people who have been following the under 18s and under 21s, they know how good Kobbie Mainoo is. Everybody has talked about him. It's been whispering about Kobbie Mainoo for a couple of years. He's the next Pogba and all of that. People have been saying, but I just want to pour some cold water into the veins, to the blood, and everybody calm down.
He's a kid. He's a youngster.
I'm just going to say this once.
Wait. Can I do this? Listen carefully. I will only say this once.
I will only say this once.
This once.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, the thing is, these are friendlies. I've been a footballer all my life. Football friendlies is something different. It's not the real deal. We have seen this before. We have seen, for example, Andreas Pereira being the preseason Pirlo, being so good, but when it comes to the first and second game of the season, he disappears. And these youngsters, they haven't played so many games this winter, so they have been preparing now for preseason. Now they are on top form. They want to make a stance and fight themselves into the team. But we got to remember, we can't trust what we see now because it's not real. It's just friendlies. We know the level, but we have to give him time. If it was up to me, I would have sent him on a loan and give him more experience, and I will buy Amrabat.
I don't agree with
That's
you.
the thing. That's how we want to be a winning club.
Okay.
It's not time to be sentimental. It's so funny to see youngster coming through and doing good. But I think it's too soon, and we got to be careful not hyping this kid too much.
I agree to disagree, and that's what we call a spade a spade. Okay.
It's okay. We can have, but I just say the friendlies are friendlies.
Yeah, I mean, friendlies are there for the squad to shine. That's the thing, right? Friendlies are there for them to display. It's there for the kids. You know what I mean? To prove themselves, that they can make themselves into the first squad, according to my opinion, though, Jarvis. But the thing is, if you look at Kobbie Mainoo's development, he's been slowly slotted in. He's one of the superstars in the making, according to my opinion. If he stays, he will not play like every game. He will be the understudy of Casemiro. Even if you bring in an Amrabat, he will still give him minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is that, Ten Hag is testing him, and Ten Hag has even said that in interviews, like, this is the time to test him. This is the time for him to prove. But, Ten Hag will slowly sort of ease him into the team, like he did with the Garnacho, for instance. Similar this season, I see it happen with the Garnacho. Minutes here and there, and slowly embed him. So I don't know. Some people need to go on the loan. And we have a super chat here, by the way, that just came in. If I don't forget, is coming from Alien Tenno. Kobbie Mainoo is the real deal. Erik Ten Hag will teach him 100%. No, we have to. Thank you. Sometimes we agree to disagree, and that's fine.
It's about opinions. It's about opinions.
But I think I agree with you on certain points that we should not have expectation on the kids, right? Let them grow up, right? It's like kids in school. They are like, how do you say, innocent, right? They're still developing their wings. So you should slowly teach and slowly nurture them. And it's so good that he's around experienced player, he's got to bounce off from one of the world's best CDMs to learn from, which is Casemiro, right? So why not? I have to bring in somebody very special that gives extra power. I got the power. Power hour. Botswana Papi made it home from New Jersey, and he has a New Jersey on, right? New Jersey.
Oh. I like
doing,
what
mate?
you did there.
How you doing, Papi Lapi? You good?
Oh man, I am tired. I'm tired. I am very, very it was a great vibe, such an electric vibe.
Tell me. We are here to hear your experience.
Oh my goodness.
Walk us through the Vitality Stadium and the hot dog donut fight between the Arsenal fans.
I actually did not catch wind of that until a lot later.
You're too busy going mental, right?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I mean, I have to applaud. I mean, okay, the Arsenal fans that were, behaving not so cordially, that's just them. I think it's just an isolated event. There was a lot of amazing interaction from just different, not just even just Manchester United and Arsenal fans. There was like people that were, matter of fact, in the very short appearance after the game yesterday, you saw there was a Spurs fan that was just also celebrating, enjoying it was such an electric vibe. And I think it was actually a little bit more poignant for a lot of the players because Old Trafford's capacity I think is 74,000, and this MetLife Stadium had 82,262 people going, ooh, boo, it was that was really, really something special. And also, by the way, it's a milestone to celebrate for how far, I'm going to have to call it soccer, how far soccer has come.
Soccer.
I'm sorry, I have to call it that, and because it is actually something to sit back and actually look at it as the progress of football in general. It's not about the Americanization or whatever. It's just the growth of the sport. And go ahead, Mick, you want to say something?
Can I add something? It's good for education because the only ball is round, but in America it's egg-shaped, and you call it football. And you don't even play football. Like, it's more handball, man. Like, the football that you're calling, and the only time you kick the ball is that you have a field goal, right? Right? So why are you calling it football?
True. I mean, no, that one, I won't debate with you on it. I'm not American. I cannot defend it. It does not make sense.
You're Botswana. Yeah, you're Botswana.
But I'm from Botswana, but like, it's just one of those things where, when you're in the UK, you say water, I mean, and then when you're in
What? No,
America,
no, no.
you
You
say
say
water.
water, water,
What?
water, water.
You know, like anyway, you pronounce the T or maybe the T subdued in one other area. So it's whatever. It's potato, whatever, you know. Anyways, the hot dog fighter. I'm not gonna get
Zayn,
into that one.
Zayn was the hot.
But
You mean Zayn Miyasi? Was he there? The hot dog fighter? Big up,
I was just
Argentina.
I have to land this point about because it's actually something that somebody commented on one of the little, you know, match vlog videos or whatever. It was a comment that actually made me think about this is a milestone for football. And also I just like I know it's horrible, it's not like part of the competition to have, you know, normally to have penalty shootouts at the end, but I think that's a nice touch to it. It generates it gives a different experience to sort of what the average you know, consumer here wouldn't necessarily always have, you know. So that's just on the holistic side. But it was just beautiful to just also see how our kids were gelling together. My goodness. I just want to tell you guys this. The cameraman does not do justice, because you do not see the brilliance of Martinez. You do not really see the when Casemiro, sometimes he has ways of just influencing the opponent to not go a certain passing lane just because of his positioning. Things like that. These intricacies that you sort of can miss out on when you're just watching it from a certain, you know, angle, or, you know. So that was really, really fantastic to enjoy. I can't stress how amazing Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro are. Lisandro Martinez, his anticipation every time, his positioning when he looks at where the ball is and where the person that he's marking. Maguire, I could see there was one time when he got lost following Jesus. You're like, where are you going, Maguire? You know, I had a bird's eye view.
You had a bird's eye view?
Yeah. I was not next to Tenhag.
So if you were watching Martinez and you said you heard a bird's eye view, it looked like a bird shitted on his head, because he was all like this. Right? No?
Well, yeah. The hairstyle, you know.
The hairstyle looks like some seagull just flew by and just said, you know what I mean? But I mean, sorry. Cut.
You know. But anyway, that was the movements of our players is incredible. Also to see what the chemistry that's building, the triangle passing lanes, that it's you know, the goal that we scored is from a long ball, the first one, you know.
Yeah, that was Mainoo.
Yeah, you know, I mean, yes, the long ball from he finds Mainoo finds Bruno, you know. I mean, even the second one, Mainoo also is the person that sends the ball from deep, and then, you know, Gabriel makes a mess of it. So Mainoo is just as wonder kid. He's special.
Yeah.
He's really, really special. He is amazing. You have to give the guy his props, and I hope Tenhag, you know, gives him. I hope he plays the Garnacho role. You know, he has a
100%.
type of experience. Not you know what I mean by saying Garnacho role, like coming off the bench and you know, for the last few minutes of the game. So that's my hopes for him. Even though I also feel like sometimes maybe being a starter and getting 90 minutes at, say, Luton Town would actually benefit him. But I think the learning under Tenhag and Casemiro, and you know, it's going to benefit him in the long run. So
guys, you have to excuse me. You two have to chat for each other. My father's trying to reach me twice, so I got to take this call. Hang on a second, guys. Before I go on and speak to my dad quickly to tell him that I'm in a live stream. He's old. He's like, you know, 76, turning 80 old. No, I think he's 80 years of age. But big up for DW Digital for becoming a member. And he upgraded to become a Realist first team player as well. Oh my daisy, that's a first team player. Even a big
yes,
that's a smash and grab. First team player. You're the first one. You're the first one to join our starting 11. DW, welcome to the team. And you'll be well coached by none other than Papi Kulo, myself, Jay Daly. Oh my God. First one to become a first realist TV player. That's huge, massive.
Amazing.
Big up and big shout out to you, Mr. DW Digital. But, you know, I have to excuse myself, gents, because my papa is calling me on WhatsApp and I got to take it. He's not here. You know, he's kind of an old man, 80 years of age.
Go talk to Papa Ruby. Go talk to Papa Ruby.
I got the
Family,
it's Papa Tenhag.
You know, oh my God.
Yeah. So tell me, Papi, how was the game? How was it? Was it did the New York crowd like soccer?
They loved it. They were they actually, I think Ten Hag set the precedent by saying we don't do friendly games. Like we don't play friendly games. So it was really much because there was a competitive edge to it that we needed. I'd say it's actually our first real friendly and our first real game in this preseason period. And the crowd were with the players every moment, you know, the Sancho moment, the Sancho goal. Let's just like sit on that. It was incredible to hear that many people just, you know, that was really special. And I also have to just credit also, like you could see from me, Ten Hag looked a lot more active from the dugout too. Like, it was very interesting
when Bruno came and took Ten Hag with him because he was arguing with the referee and And that's
Ten Hag is already like he's on go mode already. He's like, well, competing. It starts now. We have to win every game, you know. So that was just amazing, and I can't wait to see what happens. Yes, my Mainoo is fire. Kobbie Mainoo is fire. I agree with you.
And he's
fully
back.
talk. Hey. So
you're on mute, Mick.
Greetings from my papa. He called him from Belgrade, Serbia. So basically, he's like pushing 80, you know, ex-footballer. I told him, Dad, I cannot speak to you. What? It's like, I'm on YouTube. What the hell is YouTube? So he's like, you know, technology in my ass. I just taught him to use smartphone, right, and how to use WhatsApp, and now he's like, he can't get enough of it. So every time he catches Wi-Fi, like, you know, Papa Ruby's nice, like he's giving me a call. So he's been calling in, like, you know, 3-4 times. I have to call him up to say, look, you know, we're talking to Manchester United. Okay, Manchester United, bye. He loves Manchester. Anyway, what did I miss? Papa Ruby is good as well. Yes, 100%. Yeah, he's on fire too. Top bins from Sancho, 100%. That was a top bin score. When you saw the Jadon Sancho goal, man, my God, how was the stadium? Was it lit up?
Oh, I think I answered that question telling you. I think that there was a collective whoa, you know, like it was just such a, oh man, I hope he remembers and soaks in that moment, because this is the time for us to get behind Sancho and actually back him to keep going in that way. I mean, I've heard, you know, I mean, he's not like the Dortmund Sancho yet, but he's very close, you know. He's now his identical brother, you know. And I think it's going to be.
I have a theory.
Yeah,
we recruited in his twin brother Sancho, Jason Sancho, right? Now this is the real Jadon Sancho that are appearing, because Jadon Sancho, like, he's sent his clone Jason, right?
yes.
To, like, you know, to stink up the place for 2 years. And, you know, the real Jadon, where's the real Jadon? Please turn up, right? So he turned up. That's my theory. That's crazy.
It's hilarious.
Sunday Roast theory.
When it comes to Sancho, I just have to say, you know, he's been played in the false nine in all the friendlies. What does that tell me? It tells me that Erik ten Hag wants to play Anthony dos Santos on the right. Yeah. So where is Sancho's role? Is this an experiment? Are we going to do this through the season and play Jadon in the false nine, or is he competing for the right side, the winger? I'm not sure if Ten Hag trusts him. That's the thing.
I think
And
Jadon Sancho will be featured as a false nine. And that's the 2 games in a row he's been playing him as a false nine. And then that kind of tells you the story, according to my opinion. I don't know what you think. He has no position. Yeah,
exactly,
he has no
exactly.
position. He's a floating joker, right? Whenever you play poker, like you have the joker. That can be whatever
Yeah.
card you want. That's Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, but in a way, it's a bit concerning, you know. I and if I was Jadon Sancho, I would feel a little bit misplaced because you know he's not a false nine. He's a right winger, or maybe a left winger. I don't
Oh,
know. So is this his way to like maybe Ten Hag is triggering him and say, okay, you're not good enough to play on the right. You have to show me, and he just put him in a position and
show
trigger
me
him.
the meaning of being lonely. I have a new Sancho. I'm gonna call him now. From now on, I'm gonna call him Jadon Pancho. He punched that ball. He punched that ball. Really, the way he smacked that ball. I mean, smack that on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that.
I hear you. He smacked it to the top bin. He that was and the fact that he has that's one thing that I love about him, the composure that Sancho has when he's in the box. He knows I'm picking my spot, and that's we'll see more of that. I mean, we remember
Oh
when
yeah.
he did put Van Dijk on
Oh yeah.
citizen's
On his
arrest.
ass. Sit down. You're not going anywhere.
Yes.
Sit, boy. Sit, boy.
So Rosmano has a point. He says it's this season or never for
Yeah.
Sancho at United.
It's
So
now
this
or
is
never.
yeah.
Like an Elvis song.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have
I'm curious who was your man of the match, guys. You might have
Oh,
already
yeah.
talked about it.
We're
Sorry,
gonna
but
we're gonna speak about it because I have a new person I haven't seen before, and that is Oz Fave. Sorry, man. Oz Fave Footy Talk. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I haven't seen you before. When you say Oz, is it Australia, Aussie, 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 or let us know. Hello, guys. What do you think United will finish next season? Oh, that's an end of the show question, I reckon. Should we take it now, guys, or should we just park the bus
end of
for
the show
later?
question.
End of the
Yeah.
show. Oz, sorry, we'll
Do we
discuss
do
that
we
in
assume that he's Aussie, or maybe he's like a Black
Wizard of
Sabbath
Oz.
fan, like
Oh
Aussie
yeah,
Oscar?
Aussie. Right? I don't know.
Beautiful logo, Oz.
Yeah, it is. It is bigger. We discussed that later, Ozzy. Just remind us that we will come back to you. I will star this up so you can move on. So, Jarvis, you have the control. What did you want to bring up from the VER room?
Oh, it was just with Stephanie on the Sancho thing. Problem for Sancho is that he has to get past poster boy Rashi and Ten Hag's son Anthony. Yeah, and that's the big obstacle because we all know who Ten Hag's preferred wingers is in this system. But and we also have Garnacho, we have Pilestri, we have a lot of good wingers up
Ahmad,
and
yeah.
coming. So Ahmad, yeah, so it's going to be tough for Sancho, and I see this for his way to play his way into the team. He has to show it now in the summer transfer window, and and what he's done yesterday was great. He showed us glimpse of what he can do, and also he also did that in the last, I would say, 4 to 5 games at the season when he played at the right wing. So
Yeah.
maybe he's back, maybe.
I see in the comment, Rush Mainoo is commenting again. Sancho looks much sharper this preseason. Hope he proves it. Yeah, I mean this is the year of the punch, the year of the kung fu punch. You know what I mean?
That's the of the
May
punch.
the force be with you. Ooh. Wax
Yeah,
on,
but
wax off, Sancho.
George Best is not that positive. He says he will be sold 100%.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
He-
Maybe this preseason needs to pimp him up a little bit. I don't know. We don't know. That's the
Ten
thing.
Hag loves to have a passion, a project that he passionately evolves and surprises us. He's done a few experiments where we end up being like, hold on, and then it starts working, and then Sancho all of a sudden is a excellent or very good false nine option.
Gentlemen, enlighten me. I'm gonna take you back in memory lane. Last preseason, Sancho, he was on fire, electrifying. Remember, the first couple of games, he was excellent. Then something happened to Sancho, and we all know what happened. His mental health, a lot of things happened around him. We covered this with Dele Ali story as well. Same thing happened to Sancho apparently. Like one of his best mates was killed, murder or something. Then he had 2 deaths in 1 week, and that kind of broke him in a way. But just want to take you back to memory lane, like, remember preseason, and this is a much fitter, sharper Sancho. Worked, he'd been sent away to take therapy, like Dele Ali has, like, mental therapy, cognitive therapy, and clearly he's been working like by himself with private coaching for the past 5-6 weeks at least, not slacking off. Like we saw Casemiro, he was like balloon face. That guy's like been letting it go, like, oh, Papo Corral, he looked like a moon face, right? Cool. So I think that what we saw that run with Sancho, he was working hard. He was sprinting, chasing, pressing. That was not the Sancho we saw, like, on the mid-season. Sancho was pressing, doing hard work. Now, coming back to Rush Mainoo, can you read this?
Yeah, he said last season Sancho was always taken off around the 65th minute, which says his fitness wasn't great. So we expect better things from Jadon Sancho this season.
That might be one of the things that he worked on, to be honest, like, over preseason now. Fitness, lots of running. Because we saw how he was running with the ball without stopping. He was fast. Like, Usain Bolt was kind of looking at the sideline, clocking him like, woohoo! Benny McCarthy was doing hula hoops, like, by watching that. And you can see how tenhag was celebrating for his goal. Like, he was so proud. Like the Papa gave him chances. So I don't think Sancho is going anywhere, to be honest. This is the year of the punch. And I think Phil Standish can back him because he's the guardian of the Sancho.
Yeah. And we have a clarification from Oz. He says that it's a mix of my last name and middle name because I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, big up, brother, Nigeria.
Who would have thought? From Australia to Nigeria, we were guessing Australia.
Oh, well, look who started you all the way from Botswana to New York. Boy. We got Africa in the house.
Yes, my brother.
Joe Blackman, don't forget to drop a like, people. We need more likes. That's our currency, please.
Mr. Blackman is in the house. Wicked. Don't forget to drop a like, people, for the Sunday roast. Raise a toast, whatever you're drinking. I'm having my usual, you know what I'm drinking.
To get a refill.
Coffee.
I'll be back in a moment.
Boom. Commercial break. Papi going for coffee. Seriously, okay. Let's remove Papi from the stream while he's not there. Listen, I'm excited about this season. I think I have a sort of a, when you're falling in love, right? When you have those butterfly feelings in your stomach, and there's something you just wake up positive every morning, and you think, wow, this is something really beautiful. Every morning I wake up and I feel positive, like, ever since tenhag came into this team, it is just like, it's a love story for me. Like, I love everything that he's doing, the way he's now composed and speaking in the media, the way he's taking care of the players, the team, his rules and principles, but he's also the father figure, right? He puts an arm around them, right? So I feel for some reason so goddamn confident that, this season is tenhag is going to be lethal. The only way up is to finish second or even come challenging for the title, right? I know it's too early to say, but why not? If you I say we're 2 players away for being a challenging team. We got the goalkeeper, we need the striker, and we need another midfielder, probably. If Harry Maguire goes, I think we're quite covered on the centre-back area. So perhaps, because science tells you we brought in, what's his name now? Johnny Evans, right? I don't know if it's going to be there for 1 year or not, but if that's a backup for Harry Maguire, to be honest. Experience. Right. Maybe
he looked good.
Yeah. So that kind of leads into the question that Oz was asking, where do we finish next season? It's too early to say, but my gut feelings say if I may enlighten myself, maybe I should pass down to the gentlemen below that haven't had any sleep. Poppy, you're always positive. Take it away. Power, power, shot.
Mickey, what if I wasn't feeling? I'm kidding. Okay. Let's see. Maybe here's the thing. I think we will definitely end up in a Champions League position, definitely. And
We are already in Champions League, man.
No, I mean, you know, I thought we're talking about where we will end in the
Oh,
league.
yeah,
You
deep
know,
in
so
the yeah,
yes,
deep.
yeah.
Okay.
So and bear in mind, I think these 5 positions, there's a 5th spot now. I think that's going to be open for a Champions League place. So I know the competition is going to be really tough, but I think we'll be 3rd. At the end of the day, I think we'll be 3rd in the league, and in the Champions League competition, we're going to go all the way to the quarterfinals or semis.
You sing this from the same Spotify list as Rushmana because he absolutely cloned what you said. 3rd again, but not much closer to 2nd. I don't know. I go with you, Jarvis, because Jarvis is always the little bit more conservative Norwegian style. So, Jarvis, solo layout. Where do you reckon we'll finish?
Yeah, it's hard to say at the moment because we don't know all the transfers. But let's assume we get Højlund and Amrabat in. Then we have like a
Yeah. I mean, on the current situation, Jarvis, you know that we are talking to Amrabat and Højlund. So yeah, let's just assume you get them in.
Yeah, and then we have a balanced squad, and that tells me we can compete on all fronts. We can compete in the Champions League, we can compete in the league, we can compete in the cups because we can rotate our team and still have a strong team every game. That tells me that we are closer to the top than we were last year. So last year we went 3rd, we came to the FA Cup final and we won the League Cup. So I would say that we semi-final in the Champions League, that will be great. I think we can maybe be in the race for the Premier League, but we're not there yet. So maybe 2nd, and I think maybe we will grab one of the cups. Ten Hag looks like a great cup manager, so maybe either the League Cup or the FA Cup. That's my prediction.
You can have my cup if you want.
And my cup.
Yeah. Now, big up to you. Some people is saying like, Chelsea will win it all. How dare you, says Greta Thunberg. Now, okay.
He said we'll be 1st or 2nd. That's funny.
No. We will be
yeah,
first.
But that's a good point. Chelsea and Liverpool will be better this season than last.
No,
than last
I don't
season.
think so. I don't think so. Chelsea will be a flop. I think so.
Why do you say there'll be a flop?
It's Chelsea. It's Chelsea. Todd Bowley is done in madness. He messed it up in the whole transfer window. Still hasn't landed Casado. They were very confident. He's clueless, to be honest, right? He messed the whole team system up. Fire 3 manager. You got a new one. I mean, big up. New manager, you're not going to finish
Mick,
in top 4.
That was last season, though. That was last season, and they've
let go a lot of players.
Cleared out some dead wood. They've cleared out some dead wood. They've got a manager who specializes in youth, and they've got a team that's primarily made up of youth, and they have some. Nkunku is looking good. Mudryk finally broke the curse. It's Chelsea actually going to be. Yeah, we now saw Mudryk scored a goal. I think Chelsea are going to be very top hitters. I don't know where.
For a Mick Dan James B-Tech version. Mick. Right? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, keep going, Poppy.
No, but I just want to say we shouldn't underestimate. Here's the Chelsea and Newcastle are just teams that we shouldn't underestimate. I feel like, I don't know about how Spurs is going to go because they got a very big piece of the puzzle that might not be a part of the project. But Chelsea and Newcastle, we have to make sure we keep an eye on those 2 teams. Newcastle, obviously we're talking right now, but like we don't know until the window really closes where the strengths will be. We'll be making a more educated guess a little bit later. But right now, Chelsea are going to be really, really, really strong.
I hold my beer and
You've got the receipt. right here.
I got the receipt right there from Rashmano, by the way,
Yes.
and he agrees with me that Chelsea would struggle. Too many new additions in short period, plus adding on a new manager, Maurizio Pochettino. That's another embedding time. They're not settled yet to wait. They have no. I mean, Todd Bowley has no clue. He wants to win it now, and the way he does it is just purchase a mishmash of players that doesn't work. And you still have
Watch him get somebody to compliment Enzo.
Yeah, but they're struggling.
Mick.
They are struggling with the finances at the moment, right? They were confident to get a Casado, but Casado, nothing. They ain't gonna get him unless they fork up the money, right? And they are in a big financial mess, right? So, what did they get? Like, okay, they sold off a lot of players. They sold Mason Mount off. Thank God you sold off Mountain Dew. What else do you have? You sold off. You're selling off Callum Hudson-Odoi. All the kids you're selling out, and what did you left in the midfield? To be honest, right? Everyone's left.
Oh.
If we talk about who's left, we talk about
They have in the midfield.
Yeah,
I mean, Enzo. Do you see? Have you seen how good he was? Just plug and play, Enzo.
Yeah.
Did you see? Yeah, he's quality.
He's quality. That's the only thing they have.
So
but
it's
what about the rest?
complimenting Enzo, and then they're done in the midfield. And they have an attack that's more or less gonna be ready. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it a little bit too
Fabinho
much.
is gone. Who did they have? Who are you gonna play in the midfield? What? Tell me. You tell me.
I mean, they have
Enzo
to
Fernandez.
figure out what that plan is with Gallagher, first of all, because Gallagher is a player who looked good at one point, but then, he comes to Chelsea where there's no actual proper coach, and then but we saw what Vieira can do with him. I'm sure if he has a real coach, he can.
Kudos. You bought in Nkunku, right? Nkunku is not a striker; he's an inverted winger. Who are you going to play on top? Yeah, are you going to play Lukaku? Lukaku, who did a stinker, he went to flirt with Juventus, came back. Oh, I'm sorry, hey, but bing, you get out of here, go back to Chelsea, eh? Like he went to Chelsea, he didn't even go on pre-tour. He's training with the kids. They don't even want to see him. So who are they going to play on top?
I mean, they have to buy a striker too. I mean, they're going
to end up in Conference League, max 6th, 5th. Europa League. That's it.
But I just want to add.
We will see. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Nkunku played as a number 9 yesterday, and Chelsea won over Brighton 4-3. 4-3. But they play with Gallagher and Santos in the midfield, and Nkunku as the striker, Sterling. So they have a good team. They can compete. But yeah, I agree with you, Mick. I don't think they will be in the top, but I think they will be better than last season.
Anyone? So leave them alone. I mean, where did they finish? 11th or 10th this season. So jumping up from 10th, 11th to be in the top 4, that's a big leap, to be honest. No, it ain't gonna happen. According to my opinion, though, that's my opinion. But what about the Scousers? What have the Scousers recruited? Because they sold off Henderson now to aging midfielder to Saudi Arabia. I don't know, where did he go to? Al what the fuck, or what was it called?
Al what the fuck?
I watched Fabrizio Romano. Every time he went to Al Jordan Henderson, big news, is going to accept it. Al Fatica, fuck. I was like, fuck. Funny. No, not jokes aside, but big up for him and his career. And apparently, I also saw credible reports coming from Saudi Arabia. And it's account with over 500,000 followers on Twitter, saying that there's a genuine interest for Anthony Martial to Saudi Arabia. Now, personally, they are the only ones that could sort of pay his wages and more. And they are the only ones that are crazy enough, because it's a PR. It's a league that they want to build up, so they want to have names, right? Do you think they will buy him for 40, 50? Let's always remember. What was that? What?
I go back.
You're too fast, Jarvis. Kit Kat fingers! Oh my God!
Yo, they have no respect for Kepa.
Menda Kepi. Like, who are they going to play? Not even if they clone those two together, they're not good enough. Honest to God, honest to God. That's a shambles. They brought in Mendy, and now Kepa is playing. I don't know. They to be honest, guys, I'll fuck you fuck. Sorry, YouTube algorithm is kind of gonna ban me for saying this, but YouTube algorithm, we are speaking FAQ, frequently asked questions. You know what I mean? The abbreviation. When you say that, it becomes like Liverpool. Okay, I don't know what Scouts is gonna do, but Scousers, I don't know. They will be in the top four, I think. Honest to God,
Yeah.
I think we'll finish second, challenging for first. It's too early for the commitment. We take it game by game. But if we get those vital signings in, like the striker of Hoyland, like an Amrabat, and potentially, like, go for a centre back, we are cooking, baby. We are cooking. Apparently, Suzuki might come in, but I hope that Heaton stays as well, because it's mint as well. We've shown this yesterday. Experience, that's what we need. We have leaders everywhere right now. So all of a sudden we look like we have, like, squad depth, and this is something that we've been crying out for, right? And hopefully we stay injury free. We get a Rasmus Højlund to come in to provide that striking option. I don't think that Greenwood is going to stay. Obviously, he's not part of the tour. I think he's going to loan him out. Otherwise, he would be part training. So for me, it sounds like he's going off for a loan. So that's big up for him. He hasn't kicked the ball for over 12 months. So yeah, it makes sense. But to make leeway, I think, he might go to Atalanta to play. You know what I mean? Like, as a sort of swap deal kind of thing, like in negotiations. I don't know. What's your thoughts regarding that? Anyone?
Jarvis?
You do it, Papi. It's up to you.
You reckon Mason's going to go? You got it.
I think it's pretty clear he's got to go on loan. He's got to go on loan, and then unless we have a major crisis, we recall him. But like he's got to go on loan to find his match rhythm. He's pretty much just got to do what I nearly said. Anyway, there's a separate case. Sorry, but I was just thinking about Benjamin Mendy. But he just turned a new leaf and went to France. And I think, a move to Italy or France would be good for Greenwood and get back in match rhythm.
I think so. But he just became a father, so big up. I just want to say, everyone that's become a father know the feeling, and I just want to say congratulations. That's a hell of a way to sort of mature, like, become a man, right? That's the thing. And that's the thing with Kylian Mbappe as well, if I makeshift, because what happened with PSG is to say, basically, when Luis Enrique came in and say, like, I'm changing the strategy, no more Galacticos, nobody's bigger than the club. They're trying to force him to sign a contract. His mother is now his agent. They're working as a family business, more money. And they was so sneaky, like, Real Madrid, behind the doors has been negotiating. You come to us next season, we will give you extra money. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now they've been caught red-handed in the, the fingers caught in the cookie jar, like, caught on CCTV, like, So they basically say, you're not going to fall for it. Like, you pay up now, or we will. Basically, they're pimping it up, like, and even Spurs are lining up right now, according to what I read in One Football. But the thing is, do you reckon Real Madrid can fork up the money? I mean, because obviously, if they want, they have to sell. Like,
Real Madrid, they always has some money. I don't know how they get it, but they're a rich club. So if they want Mbappe, they can probably strike a deal with the PSG. I think.
Yeah,
so.
But Florian Perez is the mafioso. There he goes, like, hey, Giuseppe, can you loan me 200 million, please? Okay, 20% interest, no problem, bada bing, eh? So.
Yeah, but Mbappe, he will be the signing of the summer. If he goes to Real Madrid, it will be so much hype. He will sell so many shirts, and the Real Madrid fans, they expect things like that. They always want the icing on the cake, the extra little special thing. That's Real Madrid. So if they can do it, they will do it, because I think they want Mbappe.
They want Mbappe. Do we want Mbappe, though, Papi? Do we
We
want
can
Mbappe?
only fantasize about having a player of Mbappe's quality. I know people have reservations about his ego, his want to control for whatever, but like this is a generational talent. We're not talking Mason Mount. We're not talking. You have a chance to sign Mbappe, you sign Mbappe, and figure the rest out as you go on. Because this is if we're not talking Man United, imagine he goes to the other side of Manchester. That's just the cheat code that is just illegal. That should, and go ahead.
No, I want to pose a question to everyone that's watching the stream. Interact for 1 as a yes and 2 as a no. Just type that in the chat. And all of you that's watching the pundits here as well. Now,
Mbappe to United, 1 or 2.
And to finish on my one, that like we're already a transitional team that benefits off of a pacey need for pacey strikers and pacey forwards all across the board, and we just need somebody that's also a different option than Rashford, So you can actually really cook if you have Mbappe. But I know it's a pipe dream. Until we can probably get the Qatar money in, it'll remain a pipe dream right now.
Big up. I didn't even finish my sentence and people are writing twos already. Like, you haven't heard what Mick had to say here. Papa Mick has to say something. You better listen before you type, okay? Yeah. I'm going to call Fabrizio Romano and complain. Seriously, my question they're posing to everyone in the VAR room and to the pundits here as well. Let's say, for me, if you just stop and think, Mbappe's been like a spoiled brat. It is actually PSG's fault. They spoiled them. Like, he haven't had a father figure there. Basically, they thrown big money at him, gave him power, gave him a castle in France, and all that. Only to keep him, right? So he's been playing in a farmers league. So he needs to prove himself that. Yeah, we've seen him in the France World Cup team carrying it. We know who Mbappe is, but he needs discipline. He needs discipline. So the question is, 1, if it comes to Manchester United, do you think that Ten Hag will discipline him so he will be his father figure? Or 2, he will just do what Mbappe does, whatever. I'm bigger than the club. And that was the 1 and 2, right? Because clear and obvious, you can go to Real and act like a diva, but you can't do that at Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. The reason why I'm saying that, on the 1 reference and 1 reference only, I'm talking about Ronaldo. Went to Piers Morgan, and what did Erik ten Hag do? I'm not having it. Bang, out. That's disciplinary, right? So I posed the question. People now starting to 1. I see that Nicky is saying Adam is saying William Connolly 1. Kush, come on. Listen, it's starting to become 1, because if you understand who Ten Hag is, 1. See, people are kind of changing their minds. 1, William 1. Hey, finally I make something sense here, because if it comes to Manchester United, he will be put down to his shoes, right? You gotta fight for your right. That's the thing, right? So maybe a move to Manchester United to play under Ten Hag is the best move for Kylian as a person. Somebody that can level him down to the ground. You just play football, son. Any other bollocking, you're out, right? Oh my God, we'll bitch slap Mbappe's ass. Yeah, come on, bend over. Yeah, no, seriously. But I heard something that PSG are putting hard screws on their nuts at the moment. So basically what they're saying, if you're not going to sign a contract, you're not going to play. Nobody's bigger than the club. You're going to sit on the bench. You're not going to play. For 1 year, you can collect your salary. You're not going to play. Saudi Arabia is swooping in, so we can pay you big money, big salary for 1 year, and then Real can have it. But they said no. They want to sell him now. So question is, what would be the price with 1 year left on his contract?
Madhouse has an interesting question. What's Mbappe's salary going to be at Man United?
Zero.
We're going too far deep now.
Listen, I'm gonna call his mom to ask and say you take on 0 with performance based only. Come improve yourself, and then we discuss salary, right? Behave, follow the rules and principles, and then we can discuss salary. But for now, it's 0 with 100% commission, right?
He's a volunteer. What? But
Voluntary,
that
right? No, that's not a bad idea. Come and improve yourself first. Like, take 0 first and commission based only. You get paid per scores, per behavior, per, how good you make tenhag's lattes and teas and whatever, those kind of things. Be a good boy. That's it. Anyway, we're just here having a Sunday roast, and that's what it is. Like,
Mhm. His agent would be like, "Get out of here, man!"
That doesn't sound like his mom. Can you tweak it?
That's Mbappe's agent.
in France, in French as well, like,
Yeah. Are they saying £1 million a week for Mbappe?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It
Are
would
you
be close
mad?
to $1 million, I bet you. 650, 750, 850, something like that. Plus
old is he?
add-ons and
24.
goal scoring bonuses and stuff like that. So yeah, he
Yeah.
will
How
be
old-
expensive.
How young is he still? Any
24, 25.
24? Yeah. This
I
kid is
think.
already a billionaire, to be honest, or multimillionaire. He could just retire now, like, Then what? It doesn't make sense. Why would he go to Saudi for 1 year to play football in a sandstorm league? Doesn't make sense. That is actually worse. You're actually playing in a sort of a B-Tech. I don't rate League On, like, it's kind of below par for me. So why would you even downgrade to go into a beginners league? You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. It's now or never. Like, it's who blinks first here, according to my opinion. Will
Because
Florian
maybe
Perez?
Al Cashy Cash might be very interesting.
I'll
I
cash the
don't know.
cash. I'll cash the cash. I agree. But maybe Florian Perez, this is forcing his arms now. What are you gonna do now? Now he's sweating there in Madrid. Like, it's hot there. I know. But it's going like, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I don't know what to do. I want Mbappe. I've been chasing Mbappe for 4 years. I only had a done deal. I swiped so many times. I swiped right on Tinder, and so many times I had the hits. But now I got the opportunity. Will he slip out of his fingers? Will it be so that this could be the bomber of the season, that if he goes to Manchester United, I swear to God, the fan base, no matter what you say, the fan base is going to go mental, right? You could say 2 or 1, but if he comes, that's going to be huge. That's like Cristiano Ronaldo coming, right?
I just want to comment to Kush. You guys are playing fantasy league football. Yes,
we are right now. It's Sunday roast, Kush. It's more relaxed on a Sunday, so we're just playing with the thought. That's the thing. But imagine if he comes, right? Imagine the number of shirts is going to be sold. Not that I don't want that to be under the Glazer ownership, but under, let's say, 92 Holding Foundation ownership, that they get him and then, capitalize on this, Mbappe story. But
we always have a surprise signing every window, and Mason Mount was not a surprise. I mean, Onana is little, but not really.
Onana is crazy. Onana is crazy.
So yeah, I hope this fantasy that we're talking about today happens. But yeah. It would obviously sacrifice our chances for like going for even understudy forward, because there's the ideal scenario where we add two attackers to our shopping cart this transfer window. But
that's how Martial is getting sold. Martial is definitely on that sold. I saw him
who's
walking
gonna
past
buy him though?
Saudi Arabia. Who else? We talked about this. It's
You sit down. They all know, even the Saudis know Martial he can't even walk through the sand and not injure himself.
Get his piece, man. That's what it's all. As long as he get his Benjamins, 200K, 250 a week, like, he's happy. You know what I mean? Saudi can pay that, and it's tax-free over there. You can even offer lower wages in Saudi Arabia because there's no tax. People keep forgetting, right? They don't pay tax there. Not in UAE, not in Saudi, not in on this GCC countries. They don't pay tax, so you can offer them actually lower wages. But if you're paying 200K a week tax free, I mean, if you're playing in UK, how much is the tax on that? 60%, 50, right? So why wouldn't you go to Saudi if it's tax free? Now you can understand what, like, the likes of what's his name, Wolves.
Yeah, Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves, why he went there. Tax-free money, baby. They offer him big cash. Ooh, my football career is short. Why not sit there for 1 or 2 years, cash in? I'm a millionaire all of a sudden. Obviously, played for Wolves. They didn't pay him that much, but you go to Saudi, you pay cash free, living the vida loca, living in a nice compound, pools, nannies, all that schmannies. You are king for for 3 years. Why
And
not?
Ruben Neves was actually honest about it. He said in an interview that this was his chance to win a trophy for his family and his life.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
now he got money for he's set for the rest of his life. That's the thing. He was
The thing is,
I would say like 40,000 a week at Wolves, maybe.
I just want to round up this topic to remind people that most of these footballers, including Zlatan Ibrahimovic, including Martinez, including all these players, they came from poor conditions. Even Conte, remember, they were poor. They didn't have anything. The only thing that I had was a football. They came home hungry. Alcoholic father, alcoholic mother, stuff like that. So their way out was playing football, and the money that they earn now, they're supporting the families, right? You might have 6 siblings. You're sending on the latest. You get sponsored by Adidas. They get him all that stuff, right? So of course, money plays a part because you grow up poor. Money, you're good at football. This is your tool, and you have a short-lived career. So you want to sort of maximize your earning as much as possible. It makes sense. So if money is your motivating factor rather than winning trophies, that's another thing. Or which club or shirt you play for, you can understand that as well, because football has changed. The mentality of the players changed as well. That leads me into Harry Kane, like I was going to do. I don't want to talk about him anymore, but Papi, you know what I'm talking about, right? How many siblings do you have to send?
Mick, I wouldn't necessarily say the mentality has changed. I'd say the opportunities, the landscape of opportunities has changed, and that just means you as a person who has the opportunity to earn money or earn trophies. You kind of carve out your own story. There's more than just one story, and it's just the new reality that we have to get used to, that we'll see even younger talent going to Saudi Arabia, and MLS is going to have to respond somehow to this Saudi thing as well, because they don't want to go down. The World Cup is coming here, so there has to be even there's going to be more choices for more for players, and it's just it's not really about the mentality, so to speak. It's more just what they could do with their lives.
If you're like me, just to comment on Madhouse here, they support the cousins in the neighborhood too. I can relate to that because you know what? I come from that story. My father and my parents, they grew up in poor Yugoslavia back then. If you remember the country Yugoslavia that was torn apart, Dad was a semi-professional footballer, got an opportunity to go to Sweden to play and work, and this is where I was born, right? But the cousins, everyone was sending oh, can you send me the latest Nike Air Jordan shoes? And everyone wanted something. So you do support your neighborhood too, right? Your cousins, everyone wants something, because all of a sudden, oh, you're a capitalist, you live in a European country, everyone thinks you're like a multi-billionaire. So you come down there with your latest car, and everyone, ooh, look at that, you're a capitalist, you're doing well. But as a matter of fact, they work like dogs. My mom and dad, they worked 2 jobs, man, and plus Dad was trying to play football until he got banned for life for knocking the hell out of a referee that was prejudiced and racist. So he basically gave him the biggest uppercut I ever seen. I was 6 years old, standing on the line, and I saw this referee. I swear to God, that was a Mike Tyson punch. He flew like 2 meters up in the air. And that will never forget. But, Dad regretted for the rest of his life that he knocked that, because that ended up his football career. Jarvis Cocker, big up for chatting. Understand Manchester United are now submitting first an official offer for Rasmus Højlund next week. Yes.
6 seconds ago, Fabrizio posted this.
Oh, well, I was before Fabrizio even to mention this, because I speak to the intermediate camp. I always, if you go back into my videos, I said yes, the way they are, by my understanding, should we talk about Rasmus Højlund or before we
Yeah,
round up the stream?
it's the
Okay.
latest. So yes.
Yeah, that's big up. And maybe Rush Mainoo can also confirm this. But the way we spoke about this, I call it regurgitation, you know. So the new Manchester United, since this is also the title, the new Manchester United, it also entitles how we are recruit, how we are operating. Starts also with Matt Hargreaves. Starts with the analysis of Ten Hag. As you know, Jarvis, he appointed. So Ten Hag has made a persona profile to say, I need this type of persona profile striker with these attributes. The analyst goes and does plug in all the nice figures and data into the system, and out comes, you know, X amount of players out to fit that demand. That is the start. That is the start of your shortlist. Now, Rasmus Højlund has been on Ten Hag's radar. He said, I really want this striker. So what they've done with Hargreaves now, it's clear and obvious. Gone to Atalanta, spoken to intermediates, come to agreement with Rasmus to say, are you interested? Rasmus has declared that, yeah, I will only want to play for United. He's sold. He's sold. You know what? His heart is set, right? No matter what, PSG can come and weigh 100 million, he will never go. He wants to play for United. And that's major important thing. So, okay, that is an acceptance for them to move forward. Now, they've been facing the obstacle with Lee Congerton and Atalanta's side, but they have kind of played it that way to say, like, you know, I know he's worth 50 million, but I'm going to put a price up here, 80, just to not sell him short. Because if you put him on 50, then United's going to haggle down to 45, 35, whatever. So I always said that the price will end up on 60 million euros, basically on in the middle. And the reason why, because on the current market evaluation, United has a fixed evaluation based on the data that I've received. Right? You just go on Transfermarkt to see how much it's worth. And there've been sort of astute negotiation with Congertons and all them, you know, sitting there for a week and a half discussing. So once they sort of put in a bid, that will be the bid that they've discussed. Everything is cross-checked, meaning all the image rights, agent fees, salary for him, the number of transactions, if it's going to be a 4-year, 5-year, how much cash up front, those kind of things. That's been checked. So what United is doing now to reduce that bottleneck, they are preparing everything. So once they all agreed, they're just going to send in the offer or the contract to say here, and that's going to be accepted. So if this is going to happen, I said within the 10 days, I think he will be a United player. That's what I've been hearing. They've been, even if we're on tour, they're still negotiating through intermediates. So if Fabrizio is coming out to say that it's a bid coming in tomorrow, I don't put a timeline on this. It's not important. What is important is that we get the player, you know, and how much, it's not my concern, because, you know, we are not the accountants. We are not the KPI holders of Manchester United. We just want to get the player. So I don't know if you agree, but that is a double deal. And the next thing is Amrabat, you know. Amrabat is possible because first priority is to get Højlund. Second is to get Amrabat. Amrabat knows the situation. They've spoken to him many, many times to the intermediate with Mohammed as well, his agent. So it's a matter of time. Like, you know, we've seen Elanga's going for 50 million. Telles is going out the door. Henderson's going out the door. Most likely, Fred is going to Fulham. You have money there, and then you can go to buy the Amrabat, which is going to be around 25 million, 30 million euros. But I think it's going to end up on 25 million euros, to be honest. And that is cheap. That is the same quality as a Declan Rice, or even better, for 25 million. So these are the key signings that can elevate us, according to my opinion. And what happens to Harry Maguire is going to be interesting. He's very difficult to be on high wages. But if we get rid of Harry Maguire, most likely we'll get another centre-back at the end of the window. Harry Kane to United, don't know. We see what happens. But the main priority target is to get Højlund in. That's the latest update.
Well, the thing is, I think we're playing a dangerous game at the moment because we have no strikers. And next, it's not many days until we have 1st of August. The season is coming fast.
3-4 weeks.
The longer time it goes, the more desperate we will be.
It will happen.
So
it will happen this week.
A dangerous game in my mind. We should have had this striker in before the season started. So now, I think we are wasting our time on Højlund. If you can't get it done, move on. That's
That's not the way it works,
we
Jarvis.
need
To be honest,
we
I'm
need
sorry.
to
I'm
get
sorry
this
to
done
call you out
fast.
on that one. It doesn't work like this, Jarvis. It's not so easy. In the past, there used to be 4 or 5 people in negotiating. Nowadays, when you negotiate, there's about 15 people involved in one deal. It takes time, right? It takes time. So what United is doing is what I explained to you in the past, is they are want to make sure that everything is there. So once they agreed on everything, there will not be a rejection. So you have to come back with a third, second bid offer, you know?
Yeah. I think we can make this deal happen, but the thing is, I'm afraid if time goes and we will get desperate, they will catch us with our pants down, and we will have to overpay. That's the
Well,
problem. You saw what happened
so
with Anthony last season. That's not
yeah,
long
but that
ago.
was last
It happened
season,
with
though, mate.
Anthony.
That was
We
last
could have
season.
got him with 45 millions, and we paid 90.
But excuse me, that was last season. You're not looking at this season with Matt Hargreaves in the helms. When did we overpay this season? What
It's
did
the
we
same
do?
transfer team, though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't you see
the
the
same
changes?
club?
I mean, God, don't you freaking see the changes? What's going on right now? The 2 deals that we've been going on, have there been delays? Onana deal was done in 2-3 weeks. Come on, guys.
I mean,
55 million.
Mount.
50.
It took a while. All these things. They are taking a while. It's not.
But
It's
Mount
not
was
like
they
we
wanted
can say
80
there hasn't been
million for.
delays.
Are
Nick.
you kidding me? Mount they wanted 80 million for. What did we get him? 50 plus 5 or 50 plus 6?
But
We made
when
it.
did
We
Mount
did not
start?
overpay.
When the FA Cup, as soon as we finished the FA Cup until when it had the here we go. It's been like 3 weeks almost. You know?
Yeah, but it's
Don't
not
you-
about here we go. It's not about here we go. It's about getting the right player in for the Tenhag. Don't you get
No,
it?
but
It's like,
why are other teams able to do it faster and we can't?
because we are Manchester United. Manchester United tax of the old. You're getting in the new blood, new chief negotiator. Of course, he's got to battle what freaking Ed Woodward has done, destroyed the whole market to say we can buy anyone for anything. Of course, they're going to slap on 30% extra Manchester United tax. But this is the changes. If you guys cannot see this, we got 2 players over the line. And did we overpay? No. According to my opinion, Mason Mount is an 80 million pound player. 100%. No matter if he's got 1 year left on his contract, what did we get him for at the end of the day?
2 more transfers and then we can judge. Right now, we've only just had 2 transfers, and then I don't feel a big temperature change.
Okay, point number 2. Point number 2, because now I'm fired up. Point number 2 is you got to look at the inflation rates from the striker. It's a dry market regarding strikers. Everyone wants a striker. True or false?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants a striker. Bayern wants a striker. Real wants a striker.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG.
Everyone is after a striker. So you can see the inflation prices, what's going on at the moment. From last year to this year, it's about like, well, how can I say, almost like a 40% inflation rate on the prices. Moises Caicedo, they now want Chelsea's going in getting the bid rejected for 70. He's going to go for 100 million. They have the right to demand. You see what RB Leipzig is doing for their Guardiola all of a sudden, quoting 115 million for this player. This is mad prices all of a sudden from last season. So football operation cost has gone up. So how can you say that? In a way, you got to understand that this is not something that happens over one night. This is something that's been going on, discussions that's been outside the media. Even Mason Mount was done already in January in discussions on closed doors. If you go back and listen to what Mason Mount was saying, once I found out in January that Manchester United was interested, that was a done deal for me. That's the only club I wanted. He said that person in an interview. So what that tells you what's going on behind the hood that you don't understand. It's pretty much negotiations are taking place, It's not that negotiations taking place in 2-3 weeks' time.
I understand all of this, Mick. I'm not saying we're not getting Højlund in. What I'm saying is we are gambling at.
No, but I'm reacting on you saying that why we're taking so much time. There's so much PTSD on that comment. I'm trying to educate you to say this is not the point. That is my point, Jarvis.
I agree, and you make a great point, Mick. I agree with you, but I'm just saying time is running. I know we're soon in August, and we still don't have a striker. And we're getting more and more desperate.
What does and
they can catch us with their pants down. You know who we're dealing with. You say yourself in Atalanta. He knows. He did it before with Maguire.
But doesn't matter when we get him.
For Maguire.
Doesn't matter when, or does it matter? that we get him. What there's two separate things here, Jarvis. You know, you are representing the PTSD syndrome here by you saying, "Oh, we you said it yourself that we should walk away." That is the old statement. So that's why I'm questioning you. Does it matter that should we just walk away and just waste everything that we've done, or should we just embrace that we're actually getting the player that Ten Hag wants? That's the question.
I think Jarvis wants a ruthlessness mentality in our transfer strategy. It's like we it seems like we're pushovers. Look at how this whole thing is just playing out. Like fine,
this
I
is what I'm
understand.
trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. Haven't you guys noticed in this transfer market, we are acting different? We are acting like a club.
I haven't noticed yet. It's not a significant difference. It's just two transfers. Let's
tell me when we actually signed a player in the middle of June. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. How long time was that ago? Jesus Christ. We got Mason Mount over the line. We got Onana in the line. So why are people still panicking? Honest to God, this is the quickest transfer window we had for years. Don't you see it, guys? Or am I just pulling a rabbit out of the hat here?
But you know, it's hard with the PTSD. We know, as Man United fan, we have been experienced this, like deadline day, we signed Cavani, and suddenly we signed Ronaldo deadline day, and all of that, and we overpay for Sancho and Maguire and Anthony Dos Santos, and the deals go on and on and on. And we had the same
How many
thing.
players has City signed?
Well,
0.
I mean, City is
how many players has Arsenal signed? 3.
But the thing is, with the PTSD, you know, it's hard. And at the moment, my warning lights are starting to blink a little bit because time is running out. And it doesn't seem like we have other options than Højlund. I would like us to.
I'm just saying.
I would like the news
why
and media to
just
cover
sit back and relax? If this is a Ten Hag signing, you've got to be patient. That's why I'm saying. And then I'm doing logical comparison. Say, how many have City signed? You said 0. How many have Arsenal signed? 3. We have signed 2. We're working on 2 deals to get him in. What does it matter? As long as you get the Ten Hag signings, priority time, first targets that he wants. That's the difference. Okay, you can go back when in the past, the manager didn't get his first target. He get his second, third. No, he get his third choice target. So you tell me it's not the difference. That's why I'm trying to challenge you, mate. I'm not going at you, but I'm just tired of this PTSD syndrome. And just look at the real case scenario. Look around you outside Manchester United. What are people doing? How much have Liverpool signed? What are the other people doing business? We don't care as long as we get our targets in. And that is the Manchester United way. This is the new Manchester United. What the title is about this video today, right? It's not that I'm angry or anything. I'm just like telling you guys, like, wake up, see. I understand the PTSD and everything from the past, but we are turning the page. Ten Hag is in control. You see that Ten Hag is in control, clear and obviously. You know, fire sale, all these players letting go left sides. Youth kid, you're not good enough. You're going. So that's what I'm saying. So the fallacy, what I'm saying to you, it's nothing personal, Jarvis. But when you said we should walk away if this takes too long, this is what I'm reacting on, and this is what I want to correct.
Yep, it's okay. Good debate, and it's good to like talk about stuff like this. It's important. I think I'm like a little bit torn because of the PTSD, but I believe you. I think we have turned the page in the transfer window. I think we are doing better.
Tenno, I'm playing nice, Mr. Ruby. I'm nice. Don't worry. But I'm just scared, like, you know, when I pick up on a word like that, I want to challenge your opinion. Nothing like, you know, I love you, man. You know I love you, right?
It's okay. No hard feelings. You know, it's okay to just have a chat. I love talking about football.
Yeah. But I want to just correct this because this is what the channel is all about. Be real, right? So I just wanted to correct that to say, what do you mean with that? Walk away. So does that mean that we just have to throw all the hard work that we've done and just walk away? I mean, I don't think so.
I'm really curious what the VAR room thinks. Like, do people actually feel what about this topic? Like, do people feel like Manchester United this season, this transfer window is moving a little bit different, or is it the same? That's actually a real
Yeah,
question.
one
that
or two in the chat, and then
One or
if I'm
two.
wrong, then you can call me a prat.
One meaning it's the same. Two
No,
meaning
one is yes, it's moving differently, and if it's a
okay.
two, that means a no. That means that Mick is a prat. Because I just laid
No,
down
no.
all the,
Not
I
the
just
not the
presented you with
latter.
I just presented you with all the facts and evidence, and then it's up to you to decide, right? That's the thing, right? I did it in the most compelling way, but without no hard feelings, you know. So maybe you took it the wrong way. I don't know. I hope I didn't offend you, but it was just constructive in a way.
Yes. No offense taken.
Yeah.
Cooper Andy, he puts in a 1.
Mick is not a prat.
William
One.
Connolly, Adam.
Oh,
So
jury's
one.
out. Jury's out. Come on.
No.
Am I going to be guilty? Am I going to get the red card here? VR room, Simbin. So far, you saved me. One. Big up for everyone is playing. RG's one. You're nuts. Yeah, I know I'm nuts, guys. Sometimes. One. Thank you. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. No, I hope I made my point, guys. Seriously, I hope you sort of understood, because me working in the transfer market, understand exactly how it works. So, you know, it's not just a FIFA career. It's a lot of hard work and negotiations, and anything can happen. Like, you know, you think you have a deal, you know, it's blue skies, happy days. You walk out, you know, from that meeting, and next thing you get backstabbed and things are turning around. Like you saw with Guardiola here, they were not happy that this information was leaked out. Obviously, they wanted to keep it silent, and that's why they say, fuck off, we're not gonna, you know what. Okay, Alien Tenor says 2 because of what? Goldbridge told me to vote it.
That is a bloody joke.
That is a bloody joke. What do you want? A cup of tea, your biscuits? Right? You might as well put a Glazes in t-shirt. Nah, seriously, guys.
Be nice. Be nice.
I am nice. You know me as the nicest person, but you know that's the thing. I just wanted
to says if we get rid of McAverage and Maguire, then I say 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, does it have to be? If we can't get rid of the Fridge, you know, that means that Fridge will do an Mbappe. He will pretty much sit on the bench. You know, we still have a striker problem. Yeah, but we are working on it. It's going to come in. More ruthlessness. In terms of ruthlessness, then you can look at the outs. That is ruthless. Flip it around on the outs. Look at the ruthlessness on the out. Who's going out, right? Red card revoked, boss. I believe you. Thank you, sir. All right. Anyway, move to something different. What are you guys having for dinner?
Oh, I'm having steaks.
Oh, it's on the roast steak. Yeah. You, Puppy? You're going to sleep, right?
Oh, I'm going to sleep. I haven't slept. I'm going to have sleep for dinner.
Sleep for dinner. Anything that anyone wants to talk before we close the shop, like, you know, anything that pops your mind right now? I mean, are we good with the
Simon Heron said kiss and makeup, guys?
Oh, we never argue. Come on. It's just a heated debate.
It's good for the show.
It's just a debate, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I have Southern European blood in me, so I just get worked up.
Yeah. And at the moment, I'm an American, so I take no piss.
You take, and you're red like a lobster.
Yes, I am.
No, seriously, I don't have anything else, but more to promote that tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow is your show, Jarvis, right? So tomorrow you can roast me as well, so fine. But I think Uncle Jimmy will back on tomorrow as well. He wanted to come on. But I'm having a Kobbie Mainoo fried rice. Big up for all of you. Love the passion and the we're making fertilizer bombs here in the USA to cause civil war. Yeah, listen, big up everyone. What would I? Jesus, John Johnson says, love the passion, not taking personal. No, we don't ever take personally. No. You know, that's why we call it real. Call a spade a spade. You know, this is the first time that I sort of show my emotions in a way, but yeah. But I just wanted to do that.
Always bring the emotions.
Oh, No, but no, I just want to sort of educate people how it really works in the real world. Like, when you do the transfer market, it's not a FIFA career mode that everything happens like this. There's a lot of things that's going on, right? That's what I want to say. We can do a podcast regarding this another time. But Rush Mainoo is saying here, McTominay is now after. This is our personal Rush Mainoo, our personal guy that broke the 5 hours Onana to Manchester United, saying if it's McTominay now, Mainoo after Mainoo as a midfield option for Ten Hag. Is McTominay now after Mainoo? Yeah, I don't know. He's on the list, mate, to be honest. So where he's gonna go? Newcastle, West Ham. What do you guys reckon?
Chelsea? They need midfielders.
Nah,
Saudi
I
Arabia?
think Chelsea. He's gotta go to a team of like maybe Luton Town is a good place. Like
Oh,
you would
Luton.
get all the game time.
Okay. Anyway, so this is yet to be seen. I mean, yeah, the transfer window is still open. What, another 45 days, I reckon. But of course, I get your point that Premier League starts in 3 weeks' time, right, Jarvis? Or when is the time of the Premier League?
I think it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks time.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rushman is saying that Brighton could make a move for McTominay. All right, they could. And that'd be a great move for McTominay. Anyone that goes to Brighton to play under De Zerbi would be a great move, to be honest. No, it doesn't look like Caicedo is moving any further. Like, he would be out the door at the moment. So that is another example that things could take a long time. For me, as long as we get the striker, and I believe that Rasmus Højlund would come in, I think it will be. I don't want to give it a timeline, but I think we will see some development end of this week.
Madhouse says, I call a spade a shovel.
Yeah. But guys, what do you think? I mean, if you kind of remove your PTSD, think a little bit forward, think how advanced this deal is. If United all of a sudden made all this negotiation as explained and they're putting in the bid, when do you reckon he will be a United player? Should we do a harder meter on that one, people? I do the harder meter. Let's do the harder meter. People get into the chat.
So when he becomes...
I mean, an need for speed. So guys, let us know what you think. If United put in a bid tomorrow, when do you think he will be a Manchester United player? It will clear and obvious not being part of the US tour, right?
It's gonna get rejected. Then United are gonna come back and put in a better, slightly better bid, and then that's gonna get rejected. And then after the third time, that's what's look at Mick's face. Look at Mick's face.
Papi, hang on a second. Is that the way you operating? When you proposed to your wife, did you get rejected and you came back with a bigger ring and more money and offering to say, I'll buy you Papa house, or like what they do with the, what's his name, Gascoigne, right? They bought him like his sister or sunbed, right? As an offer package. Seriously. Okay, keep going, man.
No, I enjoyed that, like the meter that we just saw. Get out of here. Yeah, no. I mean, it could be. I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is about the time, maybe. Right when the season starts. That's when we're gonna get our striker.
I don't know. Jamie Wayne is saying Tuesday, Wednesday. It's too early, man. I think if a bid gets in, you can take it from take the blueprint of Onana, right? Onana, probably 1 week after. Yeah.
I'm afraid to say my opinion, but I will.
No, you go ahead.
If I speak,
I think Congerton will drag this out, and only because of Congerton, because what he did with us with Maguire, he will drag this out because he's a tough bargain. It's like it's like bargaining with Daniel Levy.
Yeah. Papi,
I
have
think
you?
this will take time, and I believe minimum 3 weeks.
Okay. You always been conservative, so yeah, I let you have that one. But I'm gonna remind you guys: have you heard of this publication called the Jungle Telegraph? Have you heard of it?
I heard of it. Yeah.
Out
Yeah,
of the Telegraph, but not the Jungle Telegraph.
yeah. You know who's the head of the Jungle Telegraph? Congo Tong.
Mm.
Gotcha, Congo Tong. Telegraph News, right? Jungle
Oh
News.
man. Oh man.
Jungle News.
Oh,
How do you get the
oh.
message across like Congo Tong? A bad joke. Bada bing. Mickey, get the red card. I'm gonna remove myself. Yeah, no, of course, if you're gonna play it that way, play it safe, play it 3 weeks. But I certainly believe that Alien Tano is saying with another super chat coming in here, I save it for Jarvis. Walk away. Oh, come on. You're not gonna get emotions from me already.
Now they're just triggering you.
Yeah, I already blew my fuse. What they say, you know.
But thanks for the super chat, Alien.
Thank
Tano.
you again.
You legend.
Listen, you legend. I don't want to. As I said, I don't want to put a timeline. I'm dead serious. For any of these signings this season, I don't expect a timeline. I am not the one that holds the budget, so what do I care? What I care is what I said, clear and obvious. As long as we get the first target, what tenhag wants, I'm happy. Come what may, whatever it comes in. But I don't know. I just judge it based on not the speed it's going to be, but I judge it on the transfer window of actually getting the first line target what tenhag wants. You know, and then you can judge it, right? And then we kick on. So, but I do get that you want to get him over the preseason and stuff like that. Well, when did we ever get like players over the preseason? Ten Hag got 2 players over the preseason. Yeah, we're going to see Onana playing on Wednesday, aren't we? Right? I think we're playing Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're playing Madrid, right? Yes.
Yeah. So how long is the US tour for? Who else are we playing in US? That's it.
Wrexham.
Wrexham,
Next game.
Wrexham,
And then-
not West Ham.
West Ham, Wrexham, and then we fly off, or then we play Real Madrid.
I'm searching it now.
Yeah, I can't remember what's after Real Madrid. Honestly, Dortmund.
Dortmund,
Tuesday the 25th, we have Wrexham, and then we have Real Madrid the day after, actually.
And then Lens.
Yeah.
It's stacked. It's quite
Lens, Athletic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right,
then
guys. So basically, I think we're playing Wrexham and then we leave US, right? That's the end of US tour. Right. So there's no point of then if you get if you get an Amrabat and Højlund, they probably join up after the US tour. So it's not too late. But as I said, I don't want to give a timeline. So whatever you guys think, it's up to you. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I said my piece, basically. What matters for me is that Ten Hag gets the right targets in and that we actually get him over the line. That's what matters. And that's what we should look at and then kick on the season. RC Lens will be at you will be at RC Lens. Wow, cool. Wicked. All right.
Hey, shout out to Alien being at RC Lens.
Yeah,
that's great.
All right,
that's great.
It's been a fun stream, guys, and we had mixed bag of emotions. I was never emotional. I was just trying to be factual. Please, I already won by giving me a 1, but next time I will shut up. Tomorrow it's Papi, not Papi's. It's your show, so you run the stream tomorrow, mate. So I will be the guest. No problems. I will go in the sim bin. But I hope you're all right. It's been a fantastic Sunday. You got to go as well. I got to have some Sunday roast. Mad things are happening. My father called me. Wish you all the best. I love my father. Love you all. You're my family. Everyone, big up everyone in the VR room. I had too much coffee, if you can hear. Papi, you look tired. You're running your second win. You haven't slept yet.
No, have not slept yet.
So tomorrow you wake up. Tomorrow you wake up fresh as a daisy, and new day, Monday. Listen, people, fantastic for all of you. Before we go, is there anything else in the VR room?
Nah, yeah.
Sit back tomorrow. Come on, man. It's like, all right. Wrexham is on apparently on Wednesday at 2:30. My God, is that UK time?
Yeah.
Yes, UK.
It's time for the UK to feel what the rest of the world has been feeling. All the United fans.
ain't gonna be post-match reaction for that one. That I can guarantee.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Listen, enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy your Monday. See you back tomorrow for Jarvis Cocker's Corner. We're gonna be there. I think Uncle Jimmy wants to join. Do you have any other guests you have in mind, Jarvis? Or
Yeah, Stu might come on, but we'll
fine.
see tomorrow. Yeah.
Stu Woolley. Listen, Jarvis, say hello to your beautiful family. You're looking so red in your face, but it's the where are you now? That's the sunshine.
Now I'm in Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
No sun?
Yeah, the sun is shining. It's 90 outside, so about 30 degrees. So it's warm.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for all the energy, man. And good luck to you and your family. See you tomorrow. Papi, always good to see you. Thank you for providing us beautiful images yesterday and sharing your experience for the stadium today. Cheers, all.
Love. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Yes. It's been an amazing show. And thank you so much. Let's peace, love, and onana. We changed it from banana. So Jamie Wen is saying peace, love, and onana. Guys, close off the VR room. It's time to go. Thank you for whoever. Hang on. Who was? Hang on. What happened? I just want to shout out. Thank you for DW Digital for becoming a first team member as well. That's massive. Like you're playing for the teammates. So listen, I posted up a members video. It's there for members only. If you want to watch it, it was me doing my 11 minutes walk and talk reflections. It's all out there. Thank you so much for coming in. And Jarvis, love you, brother.
Back to you.
Yes, that's all, folks. See us.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.